Hi, I'm Jenny Friend. I'm the production stage manager here at CTC.
Hi, I'm Ricky McAllister. I'm part of the run crew at the Children's Theater, and we're going to show you what we do backstage.
We're here to give you some ideas about how to make your home production go off flawlessly. As a stage manager, part of my work is to make sure that everything is ready to go and in place before the curtain goes up. I then act as the behind-the-scenes conductor, telling people when to move the scenery, change the lights, and even when to come on stage.
So part of my job as run crew is I'm in contact with the stage manager, the assistant stage manager, and the master stage carpenter as we create a show. My main job would be to, at the beginning, I would set up props, get those all out. We would maintain the stage by sweeping, mopping, putting all the set pieces in place before the show happens, making sure everything is where it needs to be so we're ready to go. During the show, I would help push on set pieces, pull them off. We could fly in scenery from above, fly them out. I would open up curtains from side to side. We can open up the walls. And on top of that, we would do special effects like wind, smoke, fog, other effects. We would drop things from above, snow. So that's part of my job. We're gonna show you how to do that at home without the theater.
Let's show you how the magic happens.
One of the first things we do when we're getting ready is called spiking the stage. And what you're looking at right now are 2 spike marks on the stage. One of the reasons that we do that is to make sure that everything always ends up in exactly the same place. One of the other things that we do to get ready to do the show is we want to make sure that everything we need is exactly where we want it and that it is ready to go. So we lay out what we call our prop tables, which you can easily do at home on a kitchen table. And we put all our props in one place, just so they're ready to go and you're easy to grab. And we tape out little squares so we can tell if something is missing or needs to be repaired or anything like that. And then we label each of the squares so we can say, oh look, the yo-yo is in place, the glass is in place, the bowl is in place, the Phase 10 card game is in place. Not only do we check the squares and check the labels, but we usually also have, and this is easily something you could do at home, a notebook with us where we have the list of props and we go check, it's there, check it's there, check it's there, check it's there. And then we walk around the stage and do exactly the same thing. We say, hey, look, that chair we just spiked, it's in place. Look, the dog is standing by. Look, everything is ready to go to do our play.
Okay, so let's say your play at home has a lot of moving parts. You want to have chairs appear, you want to have puppets appear from nowhere, you want your dog to come on, you want your little brother to come on. Well, you've got to have a way to tell those people and those things that it's time for them to come on stage. So you have to be able to communicate with them. So here at the theater, the way we communicate is via headset, which you saw me wearing in the booth at the beginning of this video. But we have some ideas of how you might communicate at home. So here's one. Here's a super simple one, is you can use hand signals. So let's say you're trying to tell your little brother across the way that it's time to go. You can hold your hand up, and that means stand by, little brother. And then you can say, put your hand down, and that means go, which is one way to do it. Another way to do it is to do a super fancy thing that we use, which are called cue lights. And you could do this with a table lamp, you could do it with a desk lamp, sort of anything that you might have around the house. I'm gonna use this little desk lamp that I stole from my office downstairs. So similar to the hand signal, you would turn it on to say stand by, and then it's time for that person across the way to do what you need them to do, and you would simply turn it off. And that would mean go. And that's something we use in the theater all the time. We use it with, we actually take those long sort of LED rope lights and we string them across the stage and use those for the crew to see, to say, stand by, go. Then, if you have access, another cool way you could do it is you could just even use walkie-talkies. So you could get on your walkie-talkie and say, hey Ricky, are you standing by? And Ricky would say,
standing by.
And we get this play started. Places, please.
Being on crew to help set the scene for the play can be really fun. You get to make the magic happen. Maybe a sibling or a parent might really enjoy doing this with you. Let's show you some different ways to move things around for your play at home.
First, Ricky is taking his cue from the light going off and simply walking out to put a chair where we need it for our next scene. Check out those spike marks we showed you earlier. Next, Ricky is hiding behind a wall and using a broom like you might have in your garage or basement to push and pull the chair so it appears and disappears magically. Lastly, Ricky is using the scenery to hide himself. Maybe you want a painting on a piece of cardboard to look like it is floating on stage with no obvious help.
So being a part of Run Crew, not only do I help shift scenery, get the props ready and everything, sometimes I'm asked to run the spotlight. So I'm gonna go up to the spot booth and check that out. Hi, welcome to the spot booth. So normally up in the spot booth we would have a huge lighting instrument that we would use to light up actors. Normally we would use follow spots for lighting actors during a musical show. Sometimes we would use it on a straight show, but we would light them up and we would get cues from the stage manager or cues from the script and we would pick them up, we'd bring on a bright light, shine them, go out when we need to. So you probably wouldn't be able to have a follow spot at your house. So instead of using that, you could use a flashlight to shine on your friends, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, or you could use a lamp to follow them as well. So we're going to use a Meg light to make our spot. And then we can just pick up actors as they move along and go out.
Another fun thing you can do to make your play really unique is to create special effects. One of our favorites is making it snow on stage. Like Ricky is doing, you could have someone stand on a chair hidden behind something and have them gently sprinkle snow over your actors. Have them shiver a little and you immediately feel like it's January in Minnesota. Fake snow is really easy to make. You can cut up paper, or shredded paper is amazing if you have some of that at home. Ripped up toilet paper floats nicely too. To make it even more fun, add a fan and suddenly you're in a blizzard. Our snow at the theater is made from shredded plastic bags. There's a good reuse for those. Cut up paper confetti can look like a splash of water thrown from a bucket. Or hide behind something and throw confetti for a big finish.
Great. We hope that gives you some excellent ideas for doing your play at home and making it really fantastic. We can't wait to be back and doing this magic with you.
Happy opening!
Doggies, places please. Thank you, places.